Hola amigos, what is up and welcome back to Let's Play. I completely forgot what game we're playing. We're playing a video game though, don't get me wrong, we are definitely playing a video game. This is some video game shit right here. Welcome back to Mario Galaxy. When we last left off, we explored the Good Egg Galaxy, the Honey Hive Galaxy, and the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy. So in this episode, I think we're gonna continue along the Good Egg Galaxy and do some cool things there. Hopefully. Maybe. King Calientes' battle fleet. Alright. I'm excited for this. Not entirely excited though, because my left arm is hurting today. I have no idea why. So in the first episode, I did kind of talk about how I was gonna gush about some of the various technical things that Mario Galaxy does really well. And I guess I can talk about one of these things first and foremost, before we even get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So, for those of you who, are able to see it, you notice how the lighting on Mario looks like... kind of looks like he's, lit from the edges and such. And I remember reading that the reason why they managed to get this art style was actually because they used a very unique lighting system, which I believe the explanation was the lighting enabled it so that there's a constant light source behind Mario that we're not actually able to see. Stuff like that. We're not able to see it, but the game manages to filter it so that only the edges of Mario are lit by this outside light source, and same with common enemies and such. You know that the Octumba is kinda glowy on its ends? Nintendo did some kind of weird, freaky light source in order to make that happen. And it honestly makes the game look really cool. Very few of the environments in this game have that kind of rendering, but most of the characters have that kind of lighting interaction, which I think looks really neat, and in fact the kind of visual style that Mario Galaxy has is really cool. I actually definitely like the way this game looks. Now as for this mission, it said something about King Calientes' battle fleet, but as you'll notice, none of the areas that we can go to actually have anything there. Because the launch star we need to go to is actually on top of that house right there. So we're gonna need to go through this warp pipe. And I've already shown this, puzzle challenge off, so I think I'm gonna do it again. I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna skip it, but, it's for an extra life, and it's just an easy one-up challenge. So I may as well do it. There we go, get the minty flavor of that one-up. Yeah, you'll notice actually that this game doesn't save your life counter when you save the game, actually. Your life counter will always reset back down to 4 lives, which I guess is technically 5 lives. But basically, if you want to do anything, you gotta rack up some 1-ups. I believe what we're supposed to do here is take out this big spiky plant. And thankfully there's a bunch of coconuts around that you can kind of spin into it. Take the Sling Star over to this next planet, and we don't have to do more of the same thing because there's a Pokey, which we can just nonchalantly kill with just some simple butt stomping. My left arm really hurts today. And the thing is, when it comes to my left arm, I instinctively try to use it to scratch at stuff. Because if I use my right arm, I might accidentally spin. Although I believe... Oh wow, okay, so the nunchuck, if you spin that, it also causes Mario to spin as well, so... I gotta be careful when shaking careful not to shake and bake. Thankfully, this is a pretty easy climb up to the Sling Star. Oh no, it's a Launch Star. This is actually going to put us at our first fleet encounter. And this is a gimmick that you're going to see a little bit of in later fights. Basically, spin at an enemy projectile, and you return it back to sender. Only certain projectiles will actually have this effect, but it does lead to some of the cooler boss fights in the game, and also one of the more annoying boss fights in the game, if I'm remembering correctly. So you won't see that gimmick very much in this stage, you'll only see it like once. But you gotta keep that in mind. Spin to deflect an enemy's attack. Now, where are we going to use that ability, I wonder? Well, we happen to have this lovely donut here. This glazed donut filled with lava. And here we go. King Caliente, a giant octopus in space. Now you notice those fireball projectiles kind of look familiar. And you also notice that the coconuts this guy shoots also kind of look familiar too. Now this boss fight functions a little bit differently in the fact that you've got to basically play tennis. This is basically a Ganon fight. And after he takes a certain amount of damage, he'll basically summon these little fireball guys. To my knowledge, you can't kill the fireball guys, and a red variation of the fireball guys will actually show up later that you can kill. But the blue guys, I believe they just fizzle out on their own. Thankfully, the Power Star also doesn't wind up in the lava. It's kind of a cool undulation effect going on there. Kind of like the way that looks. I'm gonna give it some candy. And of course, grab our Power Star, first one of the video. Man, I love that lighting. What I'll probably have edited in, actually, is some pictures for comparison of before and after Nintendo applies the lighting effect in this game, just to kind of give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. But it's a really neat visual effect. I really like it. Also, we've discovered a new galaxy, now with 7 Power Stars, and a Hungry Luma has appeared outside the terrace. Do I want to do the Hungry Luma stage first? Do I have enough to do the Hungry Luma stage? So keep in mind your star bits. After you clear certain galaxies and missions, you'll actually find these Hungry Lumas outside of the various domes. Feed them star bits and they burst with snacky happiness and transform into new galaxies for you. This first one ain't gonna be so bad. Just gotta fill them up with 400. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform! And of course, it's gonna give us the sweet, sweet galaxy out there. You can even see it there too. Can't give it a star bit, but I was thinking I could. Use a launch star, and of course you go to another galaxy, and these are very similar to the other side galaxies in the game, where there's only one mission in each of these galaxies, but they tend to be a little bit more challenging than the main levels. And also, in the case of this level, they have some really good music in them too. I am a sucker for Super Mario Bros. 3, which I kind of find weird, to be fair, because I've never actually... No, I've beaten Mario 3. Had to think about it, I beat the All-Stars version. What some of you guys might not know is that way, way back in the past... Oop, almost died there. Way back in ancient history, when Tales Firaga was a YouTube channel that did very bad Let's Plays instead of mostly bad Let's Plays. I did a Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 3 Blind. And I'm not gonna say I regret that Let's Play, but I did eventually delete it, and for pretty good reason, if I may say so, because I had never played the game, I decided to use save states on ZSNES, just to kind of help me get through the game's various stages. God, you gotta get used to this platforming. This is gonna be the tricky one right here. These electric fences can really get in your way. Come on. There we go, double jump. Onto a delicious, giant-ass cake. You can even see Captain Toad off in the distance there. Pretty nice. Also, this is one of the few galaxies in the game that doesn't have a black hole anywhere, as far as I'm aware. It's also kind of foreshadowing Mario Galaxy 2, where it's a galaxy that doesn't actually take place in space. Just thought I'd let you guys know. Galaxy clear! A very loose definition of galaxy, really. I mean, it's a cluster of weird planetoids, I'll give it that. Never would have guessed I'd be on a giant space cake, but there you go. Rocky Road on Sweet Sweet Galaxy is done. What's sweeter than that? Well, getting some more star bits and discovering a new level, the last one in the terrace. But before we do that, I'm gonna finish up the last mission in Hive Galaxy real quick. Just to kinda finish all the levels. Oh, wait, hold on. Discovered an enemy base in the region. We can only hope they're not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. Alright. So, give me camera control. Here we go. So, we've got a new galaxy over there. Kinda want to do that one. Kinda want to do that one. You know what? Let's do this one. Bowser Jr.'s Robot Reactor. So this is the first kind of end of a world here. At the end of every dome, the last galaxy you unlock in a dome is generally going to be a boss galaxy. Basically an enemy base, where you'll either fight something Bowser Jr. related, or you fight Bowser himself. Bowser Jr. appears in the first, third, and fifth ones, and Bowser appears in the second, fourth, and last ones. The reason why I say last instead of sixth is because technically... Oh, right, I can't stomp on these guys, shoot. I was afraid that guy would get me shunted. Don't want to get shunted in that black hole. I learned my lesson from Hive Galaxy. Or have I? Okay, so the gimmick of this stage is lure these bullet bills into these kind of glass domes, and you'll be able to break them. Bullet bills are explosive, which means that you can use them to break open a variety of things that you couldn't otherwise break open with just Mario's spin. Spin to win, baby, spin to win. There we go. And now... Ha! You made it, but I won't even need my dad's help to take care of you. Go at him, Mega Leg. Stomp him with the power of your Grand Star. Oh, well, Mega Leg, that doesn't sound intimidating at all. It's got a frickin' car alarm. I'm sure we'll be fine. And then you realize, oh yeah, Mega Leg's bigger than the moon he's standing on. Ever wanted to face off against a giant robot Sniffit? Well, now you can. This is the boss fight against Mega Leg, and it's pretty unique. If you've ever played a game like Shadow of the Colossus, you're basically climbing all up and on the boss in order to get to him. Dun dun dun. Gotta be careful on these cogs. And as long as you're on Mega Leg, he'll also basically be summoning Bullet Bills everywhere. Alright, so what we want to do is stay on this guy and just keep luring Bullet Bills in here. I don't think we can actually lure them in from here. Okay, well, I've got an idea. Bullet Bills, come at me! That works too, I guess. At least the Mega Leg music is really nice. It's not really a hard boss fight. You also have to be careful though, because even though this isn't really a difficult boss fight, these fences regenerate. As you saw, one of the fence posts, or the parts of the fence actually regenerated. Yep, there we go, like that. So I gotta be careful. But I need one of these guys to actually come over to me. I also need to not die. Bullet Bill, if you could come over here and help me out, that would really make my day. Yeah, no, I'm not getting a good run from this. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on, they collided with themselves. Screw it, you know what? I think I'm gonna dismount Mega Leg just for a second. And look for some health. Thankfully, I believe there's some lights that I can shoot. Yeah. Carefully get some health. I believe there's another one over here. If I was a betting man. Kids, this is why I don't go to Vegas. There's gotta be... Oh, hello! There's a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so they probably expect you to try to lure a, Bullet Bill over there. Alright, let's start the ascent again. Thankfully, ascending is pretty easy. And there's a 1-up on this side, too. Very nice. Mega Leg is a very generous man. Not even a man. He's a robot man. Trogdor was a man. I think he was a dragon man. Maybe he was just a dragon. Come on. That's what I should have done in the first place. I'm sorry, when you haven't played a game in like half a decade, or even longer than that, never played a game in quite a while, you kind of lose the ability to remember how to play it, so... It's a learning experience for all of us. Regardless, we got our second Grand Star. Mario is very happy about that. And who wouldn't be? We're one step closer to saving our special one, which is definitely Peach and not Toad. Yes, here we go. The power of the Grand Star upgrades the reactor here to yellow. And it gives us enough power to open up the second dome in the game. With some lovely fountains. Mega Leg's moon, clear, that's 9 stars. So we're working our way in. And the fountain is the new the new dome we can go to. That ball of flame represents the power of the observatory. We call it the beacon. Oh, so it's not a reactor, it's a beacon. Got it. Alright, so we just gotta keep on collecting more Grand Stars so that we can power up the beacon and fly through the universe. The power's on in the new dome. You don't have to tell me, game. I worked that one out for myself. The newly opened dome is called a fountain. It's really quite relaxing. I've looked at the map. It contains information about galaxies as well as domes. If you forget the location of a dome, don't hesitate to speak with me. Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna forget the location of a dome, but I'll keep that in mind, little dude. Don't worry. Oh hey, I completely forgot. You can even see the map from here, and it'll even mark off areas that you haven't been to as being new, and even show your star counter, like it does over there. Regardless, however, before we go on to the fountain, I do want to go to the terrace and finish up the missions here. Or at least all we can do right now before certain things start happening. So let's go over to the Hive Galaxy and complete our third mission, Big Bad Bugaboom. What's a Bugaboom? Is he really big? Is he really bad? Who knows? Yes. Also, I like that the music is like a more panicked version of it. The Mandabug clan has infested our kingdom. Oh hey, so this is a Mandabug. I get it. 'Cause he's a man. And a bug. And he's got die in the middle, because you stomp on his middle section and it kills him. I'm pretty sure that's the etymology of Mandabug. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. It's probably what it says in the Mario Wiki. Oh hey, doesn't this look familiar? Looks a lot like Flood's head, actually. And it's even spitting water out, much like Flood does. So you can use these bubbles to get to new areas. Very important. Now, even more important is what this fellow is guarding. And stomp on... You would think that by now I'd stop falling for that. There we go. So this right here is a mushroom of unusual properties. Because when we touch it, kabam! Our power has gone up to 6. So we now have still less health than we did in Sunshine. But hey, I can deal with it. Alright, so we got a bee mushroom here. So we gotta make a beeline to somewhere. Come on. There we go. Stompy stompy. Steppy steppy. So, if I was a Mandabug, I'd be chilling out over here first off. And if I was the way to go, where would I be? Also, I didn't point this out in the first time, but notice that formation of star bits over there? Kind of looks like the letter M, doesn't it? Let's collect it. There we go. It's not important, but something neat that I felt like showing off. So this takes me over here. Why did I go over here? Oh, because I need to go over there, I think. Can't remember now. Again, it's kind of been a while, and I didn't do any kind of practice run or anything like that. Hindsight, I probably should, but Galaxy was kind of a spur-of-the-moment idea, so... Dodge the Mandabugs. Find the Queen. And a launch star. I will gladly accept. Alright. Now we're going into the boss fight. Boss fight of an age. Of an era. First off, we got flowers. Of an era. Fly over here. Avoid the horrifying gravitational pull of a black hole. Sonic can't outrun a black hole, but Mario can fly over one just fine. That's 'cause Nintendo does what Sega doesn't do. Make games that are relevant. Smash! Smash Bugaboom's face in with an iron, but he gets pissed off in the process. weird. I thought that he would actually, you know, like being stomped on. Figured, you know, this guy's got some kinks. I don't want to worry about, like, shaming him or anything like that. Apparently it's not. Apparently this boss fight isn't called Let's Kink Shame Bugaboom. Maybe it is. Regardless, we've got to find a way to get up onto his back, and I know the answer to it. I'm just really bad at the timing. So as you're probably expecting, just stay on the honeycomb until he passes by. Try to escape the gravitational pull of something. Let's get back on him. It's this gravitational pull that's really... Oh, so close. Come on. Welcome to the comedy of error. Okay, new plan, new plan. Let's use this to get on his back instead. Let's not, actually. Let's not. Let's just continuously miss all of our ground pounds. It's frustrating me now. I'm not gonna be outdone by this Mario game. There we go. Stompy, stompy. Steppy, steppy. And now he gets even angrier. Poops out a bunch of star bits for us, though, which is very nice. God, what's in this guy's diet, though? So now the big thing is, Bugaboom will occasionally flip on his side while he's dropping bombs. He also doesn't turn around at all. He just flips on his side. Oh no, he does turn around. I'm full of shit. There we go, stomping. And there we go. There's our lovely power star, our chimp that we earned. Let's go over and grab it. You got a star. Nice. Leaves us with one more star to get in the terrace. And then we'll be able to go onward. Onward and upward. Big Bad Bugaboom has been defeated. Save my game? Certainly. Definitely. Probably. Alright, well, let's go on to the last galaxy we have to do here. Flip Switch Galaxy. Remember when I said in the first episode that flip switches would be kind of a recurring gimmick and they'd appear sometime later on? Well, that later is now, my friends. Painting the planet yellow. And Flip Switch Galaxy is... honestly not really a galaxy. But it's another cool minigame challenge here. So the objective here is obviously to paint the planet yellow, which can be done by getting all of these flip switches. Now, one thing I didn't cover is that if you just jump stationary on a flip switch, it doesn't actually count as you leaving it, and therefore you can just jump repeatedly on that flip switch and it'll stay its color. It's pretty nifty. I want to be careful about dodging these electrical things. There we go. Speaking of electrical things to dodge, this fellow right here is a bit of a jerk. He's gonna shoot out these power waves every once in a while. You. Thankfully, this is easy. There we go. Think all the electric traps fizzle out now? Yes, they do. Electric traps fizzle out, and even this guy doesn't want to attack us anymore. Look at him, he's actually pretty cute, too. Take a look at him. So cute, I just want to... Oh, gosh! Oh man, I didn't know that happened. Didn't even realize the background changes if you spend enough time in here. Now the music's actually appropriate for the stage. The giant galactic Goomba. There we go. We get our 11th power star. And that'll about do us for today's episode. Made quite a bit of progress. Went from 6 stars to 11, I think, so... Flip switch galaxy. Galaxy complete. Discovered a new galaxy out there in the fountain. But more than just that, the terrace is complete for now. You notice that we didn't actually get any notifications on completing Honey Hive and Good Egg, which means we're gonna have to come back to those galaxies later, but for now there's nothing more we can do about them. But that's not the case, or that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is actually the male toad. Forgot this guy shows up now. Check it out, I'm a male toad and I have a letter for you. It's a gift that'll come in handy. Would you like them now? Yes, I would. Even when she's kidnapped, the princess is so thoughtful. Come see me next time there's a mail delivery. I will. So check up on the mail toad at pretty much any time to get the mail. It's usually 1-ups. Speaking of 1-ups, I also believe that there's one over here. Just gotta get to it, and the best way to get to it is by jumping. Might as well jump. Maybe there's not a 1-up over here? Could have sworn... Oh no, wait. No, now I remember where the 1-up is. Hang on. It's over here in the Shadow Realm, so I don't think we can get it yet. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of a different 1-up too. Regardless of any of that, however, in the next episode, we're going on to the fountain. So take care, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. This is Tails Raga signing out, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.